All right, let's talk about Donald Trump's stupid lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal for their article about a birthday card allegedly from Trump to Jeffrey Epstein. There is a Georgia based attorney named Andrew Fleischman on Twitter. I like that guy. I follow him. He's very smart and very intelligent. And he had some comments. Um, he is an attorney who specializes in First Amendment law. He notes that Trump filed this lawsuit in the Southern District of Florida, likely doing that in hopes of getting District Judge Aileen Cannon assigned to this case. She was assigned to the classified documents case and let him walk on that, basically. Um, Florida has what's called an anti-SLAPP statute. SLAPP is an acronym which stands for Strategic Lawsuits Against Public Participation, basically suing someone for speech. But that makes it very difficult to bring this kind of a lawsuit in the state of Florida. Florida's libel and defamation laws also require that plaintiffs give defendants at least 5 days notice before filing an actual complaint, before filing an actual lawsuit. Donald Trump didn't do that. He filed his lawsuit the day after the Wall Street Journal published their story about a lewd birthday message that Trump allegedly sent to Jeffrey Epstein in 2023, or 2003, excuse me. When plaintiffs don't abide by that requirement, the remedy is dismissal. And Attorney Fleischman went on to cite another defamation lawsuit that was filed in Florida. The plaintiff didn't abide by that rule, and the judge in that case dismissed their case. And further, Trump knows about that 5 day rule because he complied with it in 2023 when he filed a lawsuit against CNN that was later dismissed for being a frivolous lawsuit. And even on the substance of this case, the Wall Street Journal article does not say that Donald Trump prepared this document. They described the document and what appeared on the page, but they did not say that Donald Trump is the person who created that. They had sources who said this page was included in this book of birthday notes or whatever for Jeffrey Epstein. And it is alleged that Donald Trump prepared this document. His signature appears on it in the form of pubic hair. Yes, I'm not kidding. But they never once in their articles that said Donald Trump created this document. And I think anyone with half a brain who reads the words that are on that page knows that that's not Donald Trump's language. There just isn't. He doesn't speak or write like that. And the Wall Street Journal never said Donald Trump wrote this, Donald Trump drew this. They said it was purported that this was from Donald Trump to Jeffrey Epstein, and they just reported on the existence of the document. They never attributed it to Donald Trump. So he doesn't have a defamation claim against the Wall Street Journal, and plus he's got the heightened defamation standard, libel standard in Sullivan v. New York Times that he has to prove actual malice in the Wall Street Journal's reporting, meaning that they were publishing information that they knew to be false and defamatory before they published it. It's the Wall Street Journal. He's not going to be able to prove that. Lastly, I mean, the intent of this lawsuit is to punish a newspaper for reporting. It's meant to intimidate other news outlets. And any attorney who tells you that any part of this lawsuit has any merit to it is an idiot. And don't listen to them. This is a meritless, frivolous lawsuit filed improperly in Florida. There is no defamatory claim in that article, and he's not going to be able to prove actual malice. Just it's a ridiculous lawsuit, and he knows he's not going to win it because the defendant is Rupert Murdoch. He named Rupert Murdoch personally as a defendant on this complaint. He named Rupert Murdoch personally. And, it's like, even though Fox News, which is part of Rupert Murdoch's little empire, they paid almost $800 million to Dominion voting machines a couple of years as a result of, come here, buddy, as a result of Dominion's defamation lawsuit against Fox News, because they said that Dominion stole the election from Donald Trump and gave it to Joe Biden. And they had to pay $787 million in change. Eventually, they settled that, so they did that voluntarily. But they did that after two and a half years of hardcore litigation. They litigated that case to death. They put Dominion through all kinds of hell with all of Rupert Murdoch's and Fox News's teams of defense attorneys. And so I guess for the next two and a half years, he's only got 3.5 years left in office. I guess for the next 2.5 years, the president of the United States of America is going to be focused on the litigation that he just started against Rupert Murdoch in the Wall Street Journal. It's just dumb and silly and absurd all the way around on all sides. And they didn't even make a defamatory claim in the article because they never once said that Donald Trump created this document, that he wrote those words, that he drew the sketch of an outline of a naked woman. They noted that what appears to be his signature appears on that page. There is no defamatory claim. And again, I mean, I talked about this a little bit yesterday. Civil lawsuits, there's a much lower burden of proof than in a criminal case. Criminal case is beyond reasonable doubt. Civil case is that much, like 51%, more likely than not. Preponderance of the evidence. And the meat of this lawsuit, he's saying that the Wall Street Journal defamed him by referencing his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. That puts the entire history of his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein at issue in this case. They were very close friends for 15 years. It means that attorneys for the Wall Street Journal will be able to ask him about any and every aspect of his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein over a 15-year period of time. And every possible question you can possibly imagine, they're going to ask, and they're going to demand documents. And this might even give the Wall Street Journal a reasonable argument to say, we need to have access to the Department of Justice's criminal case file on Jeffrey Epstein, because that's going to contain evidence about Trump and Epstein's friendship. I mean, he has opened up a whole can of worms with this that he doesn't understand because he's stupid. And because he's almost 80, he's got allegedly congestive heart failure. His brain is clearly in a state of like Swiss cheese at this point. He's just a dumb, angry, guilty man, allegedly. Allegedly. It's unimaginably stupid for him to file this lawsuit. Just unimaginably stupid.